What is my personal risk of getting breast cancer? Hi, I'm Susan Schell, and I wanted to bring to everyone's attention an upcoming seminar next week. I have with me Sheryl Verbitski, who is a Ken Caryl resident and oh so impressive, down to earth, active, and has such a wonderful story to share. Tell us a little bit first about your background and what led you to breast cancer.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you first for having me here. I'm really excited to be here and being a part of the community. As you said, I lived in Ken Caryl for over 15 years, and I'm really happy to be able to bring the work that we're doing to the community to help all the women and the women's allies. I have a PhD in medicinal chemistry, and that is drug design and development with a strong focus for my work was in cancer realm, and that is in colon and breast cancer. So a lot of my work focused on looking for anti-cancer drugs that would directly affect breast cancer and potentially, cure breast cancer was the goal.
Right.
Sorry, no surprise that didn't happen, but that's what we were aiming for with my background. From there, I went into industry for about 10 years, and then into academia, teaching at Regis University, and then into the nonprofit health sector, where my passion is in women's health.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't know you, I would be so intimidated by all of that. She's so knowledgeable.
So the program that we work with is the Public Health Institute. The Public Health Institute is a 501(c) nonprofit. We work globally to improve the public health of individuals worldwide. Under the Public Health Institute is the CAMI Health. CAMI Health is a hub of the Public Health Institute, which is our fiscal sponsor. And within CAMI Health, we work for preventative solutions for women worldwide. Under CAMI Health is the Full Scoop Initiative. And for the Full Scoop Initiative, we really work hard to make sure that women that are higher risk of breast cancer get the information and support that they need so that their breast cancer is detected as early as possible when treatments are the most effective and the outcomes are the best.
I get the feeling when I looked at the Full Scoop, I felt more like this is where it comes down to me and someone who cares about me.
That's exactly right. We are here for the patient. There's a lot of realms and everybody plays their part and everybody needs to play their part, but the patient needs to be supportive. We don't know what we don't know. And we're really here to make sure that the women's health literacy is increased so that you know what to go in and ask your provider, so that you can advocate for yourself, so that you really have a voice in your own breast health care. But if you don't know what to ask, then you won't know how to use your voice.
You know, I feel naive, Sheryl, and I think in my mind, am I at risk? Like, I don't feel as if I should, I'm like, I put that at the bottom of the list.
Me too, Susan. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I did. I can actually remember a story in my family where we had an aunt pass away from breast cancer when I was younger. And the entire family was very excited about the potential of that she was married into the family. And so we then didn't have to worry about breast cancer because breast cancer didn't run in our family. What runs in our family is cardiovascular risk. So I already determined that I was going to pass away from a cardiovascular event and that I wasn't at risk for breast cancer.
Right.
But that's what I didn't know, unfortunately. What I didn't know was that breast cancer is the #1 cancer diagnosed in women worldwide and in the US. I also didn't know that 1 in 8 women will get that diagnosis of breast cancer in their lifetime. And what I also didn't know is that just because I don't have a family risk of breast cancer, 80% of breast cancer patients, 80% of breast cancer patients do not have a family risk of breast cancer. So when I was diagnosed with breast cancer 2 years ago, I was taken aback that on my risk factors. I didn't think that I was at risk for breast cancer. So I hear you.
Right.
And I agree. And that's part of why we're here today, is to make sure we call it the myth bust. Where we're out to make sure that those myths don't deter people from getting the healthcare and the breast information that they need to make the decisions that are right for them and for their risk.
Right. So, I mean, I would think that in attending this seminar, you don't come just for yourself. I feel like I'm coming for maybe my daughter. Or I read in your webpage that at 25 years old,
Yes.
It's now recommended, at least in some circles who understand,
Right.
screening it. So I think if you're thinking like in that I'm naive and I don't have a risk, I should still come for all the other people I love affected by this.
That's exactly right. And most people don't know, including myself, until I got into this field, is that the American College of Radiology and the National Comprehensive Cancer Network now recommend that risk assessments occur in every woman by the age of 25. Now, that isn't to bring fear to every woman, but that is to let you know that if you are deemed high risk for breast cancer, then we really want to get you into a preventative program by the age of 25. I think one of the important things that I would like to bring up quickly is that really the screening that's out there right now, most people know that you should get your yearly mammogram or your bi-yearly mammogram, but that's only part of the story. And those recommendations are based on age and population. So they're not individual for each person's risk. Those are lumped figures together. What's also missed there is in those mammograms, a lot of times if you're at an increased risk, and that can be up to about 50% of women that have dense breast, mammogram sensitivity goes down, and you may need to get supplemental imaging. And there's a lot of myths out there about what supplemental imaging is going to be right for you, what is evidence-based, what is covered by your insurance, and then also what meets your values and your risk level on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to leave this without saying that in our neighborhood, it's people like Sheryl making a difference. I love introducing the community to people who are really working hard and spending hours and hours on the topics of passion. So I hope you can come on Wednesday and support her.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing everyone there.